All right, we're going to continue our study. And I told you that this afternoon we're going to talk about the combination of fruits and vegetables, as well as combinations of salads and also salad dressings. So, you've heard it said we should not combine fruits and vegetables. And Ellen White writes that. However, she doesn't go into detail. So Mrs. Choi, through her research, through her understanding, and through her experience, she has found out that this is the meaning of that principle of not to combine vegetables and fruits. Here it is. Combining raw vegetables with tree fruits creates indigestion, resulting in gas. And of course, when food doesn't become digested properly, it becomes bad blood. Bad butt blood creates problems in circulation, and bad circulation causes diseases. Okay, so combining raw vegetables together with tree fruits causes indigestion. Okay, so we need to define some of these things. Okay, raw vegetables as opposed to cooked vegetables. Okay, raw vegetables versus cooked vegetables. We all know the difference there. Now, tree fruits versus vegetable fruits. So there are some fruits that grow on the trees. They are big trees. Their trunks are big. They're thick. And the trees grow bigger and bigger and bigger. They bear fruit. And then every year, there's a new crop of fruit that grows on the tree. These are tree fruits. Okay? Now, the vegetable fruits are the fruits that grow on the ground, and they grow from a new plant each year, just like vegetables. They are vegetables. So we call them vegetable fruits because, like, when we think of watermelon and rock melon, etc., we think of them as fruit, but actually they are vegetables. So if we think of these vegetable fruits as vegetables, then it can help us in our understanding. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at the difference between the vegetable fruits and the tree fruits. The vegetable fruits, again, are the annual plants that you need to plant each year. They grow on the ground, and they are the vegetable fruits such as watermelon, rock melon, all sorts of melons, and strawberries, pineapple, and of course we can put cucumbers, eggplant, tomatoes, all in that same category, but we don't really get confused with those kind of vegetables, right? We just think of them as regular vegetables. So these kind of vegetable fruits come under the category of vegetables. Okay. So now, on the other hand, we have the tree fruits. So let's list some tree fruits. Apples, pears, peaches, oranges, plums, durian, mangoes. We're going to talk about bananas a little bit later. It's not. Cherries. Okay, so we get the idea, right? Okay. It's a different category. So the main two different groups are vegetable fruits and tree fruits. But there are some exceptions. As we've gotten to the tropical countries, these are not typical fruits in Korea, so Mrs. Choi was not sure. Now, when I tell you the principle, then you'll be able to understand better. So the reason why that tree fruits and raw vegetable creates indigestion is because vegetables and fruits have a different kind of fiber. Okay. I don't know the details, the ins and outs, but this is what I've learned and what I'm sharing to you. So people who are, scientists and biologists and such, they may be able to tell you the details, but this is what I understand. The fiber is different. The fiber in the fruit digests faster than the fiber in the vegetables. So even though watermelon has a high water content, the fiber in it is still a vegetable fiber. So the rate in which it is digested is different. So that's why when we put these two together, it digests at a different rate, and so one stays longer and it takes longer to digest, and the longer it stays in your stomach together mixed with the other foods, it starts to ferment and rot in your stomach. And we all know that that creates indigestion, gas, bad blood. Yes. Okay, so the test is, does it create indigestion? Mrs. Choi has been living for over 30 years following the health message, and she's very sick. And she's very healthy, and she's very sensitive. Like if there is something a little bit wrong in the food, she'll be able to tell you right away. She'll say, oh, there's something wrong. I need some charcoal. So she's very sensitive. So I've kind of used her stomach as a meter, as a litmus test. Is it okay? And so when we had the question about bananas and papayas, I asked Mrs. Choi, oh, we had papayas today with a salad. How's your digestion? And she said, oh, it's okay. It's not a problem. So we put papaya in together with the vegetable fruits in that category. And the thing with papaya is, as I went to China, I found out that they are just an annual tree, grows, bears fruit, and then they don't use it anymore. But in some cases, they can last up to 5 years. So it's kind of an in-between kind of a tree. But based on the rules of digestion and following Mrs. Choi's stomach as a litmus test, we put it in the camp of vegetable fruits. Now, bananas. Bananas are a very interesting fruit. It grows in a plant, and it takes only a few months to grow. Then what they do is they'll kick that plant over, and then underneath it, more of the plant will grow up again. And then again, 3-4 months later, there'll be more bananas. Again, kick it over. So several times in a year, it bears fruit. So it's not a tree fruit. So, and again, Mrs. Choi's stomach was the tester, and we found out that it was okay together with the raw vegetables. And so we put bananas into the camp of vegetable fruits. Okay? There are a few other exceptions. For example, avocado. Even though it grows on a tree, it has so much fat that I don't put it into the category of fruits, I put it into the category of nuts. Into the category of nuts. And the same as coconut. Coconut grows on the tree, it's a fruit, but it has such a high fat content, I also put coconut under the category of fats instead of a tree fruit. Now the other exception is grapes. Grapes, it grows on the vine, but actually the vine stays for many years and bears fruit each year, right? But because of the easy, the fermentability, the easy to ferment nature of grapes, we put it in a separate category altogether. And like I told you before, we only eat grapes by itself for a grape meal. Okay, so now you can understand the difference between the vegetable fruits and the tree fruits and the exceptions. However, if we cook vegetables, it's okay to eat with the tree fruits. Yeah, I don't want to confuse you. One more time, I'll say it one more time. If we cook the vegetables, it does not cause indigestion when we eat it together with the fruits. Why? With the raw fruits. Cooked vegetables with a raw fruit. Reason being, it equalizes the time for digestion. So the vegetables are easy to digest when they cook, and then the fruits are already easy to digest. And when we eat those together, that's okay. So you'll see our meals in the morning. We'll have cooked vegetables, and we'll have a tree fruit, a raw tree fruit that we eat together. And you can tell me if you have any indigestion, if you have any discomfort in your stomachs. Okay? So when we have salads, raw vegetables, what can we eat together with it? For lunch, we had raw vegetables. we had raw cucumbers together with a rock melon in a salad. And then on the side, we had tomatoes. Okay, well, typically we think of cucumbers and tomatoes as vegetables, right? But perhaps we didn't think of rock melon as a vegetable. But we're able to mix that together with the raw because they're all under the same category of vegetables. All right? Does that make sense? Does he want to go out? Is he waiting for Mom? So let me ask you a few questions and see if you understand the principle. Can we eat this in a meal together? Okay? So tomorrow morning, we're going to have toast. We're going to have a cooked corn chowder together with cooked corn, cooked potatoes, carrots, and onions. And then we're going to have broccoli, I think, a cooked broccoli cauliflower saute. And then we're going to have some kind of fruit, plums or something. I'm not exactly sure yet. But let's say apples. Is that okay in the meal? Yes. Why? Vegetables are cooked, and we have a fruit, and that's okay. Cooked vegetables and the fruit, tree fruit, is okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the meal for lunch. Would you mind giving me the recipe? Not the recipe, the meal plan, so I don't have to think about what's on the meal plan. Tomorrow for lunch, what do we have on the menu? We try to put yummy things on the menu because you are in a recovery meal. So we've been waiting to plan the good, yummy foods for you. Okay, so for lunch tomorrow, we're planning to have a cashew casserole. And are there any vegetables in the casserole? We've got cashews, grains. We've got onions, probably garlic. Okay, they're cooked. We're going to have cooked Brussels sprouts. And we're going to have a spinach salad with cooked beetroot, walnut, and a passion fruit dressing. We're going to have raw bell pepper slices and some avocado. Is that okay? We've got the cooked Brussels sprouts. We've got cooked beetroot.
It must be okay because you put it there.
Yeah, you're too smart. You're right. Okay, so I'm going to change it. Okay. She's a smarty pants. She caught it very quickly. She's like, it must be okay since you put it there. Okay, so here we go. Casserole. Okay, I'm going to simplify. Cooked Brussels sprouts, a spinach salad, be on your toes now here, and pineapple. Is pineapple okay? The raw pineapple together with the raw vegetables, is it okay? Why? Because pineapple is a vegetable fruit. Good, vegetable. Now, let's change it. I'm going to have Brussels sprouts, a spinach salad with the delicious pears. No, because the pears are a tree fruit. But what about like the Waldorf salad? It's got apples and the spinach and lettuce and walnuts and things. Is that okay? Spinach and apples. Is that okay? No. Because apples are tree fruits and the spinach is a raw vegetable.
But spinach, the fiber in the spinach is very short. So it's a short fiber like the apple.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked directly into it, so I'm just telling you the principles. I know when they do juicing, they mix greens and they mix the fruits. So I'm not sure. But based on the principles and what I know up to now, we don't mix them.
If you were talking about using fiber as that, the spinach fiber is very short.
Yeah. Well, we can look into it, see the research, and see how it fits and what the results are for digestion, and we can apply that. Okay, very good. So is that clear? Understandable? Okay, very good.
If I eat raw veggies with poached pear,
Mm-hmm.
would that cause indigestion?
Yeah, good question. If you eat raw vegetables together with cooked fruits, is that okay? And they asked us that in in the tropical countries, sometimes they cook unripe fruits and use them as vegetables. And Mrs. Joy didn't know any about that because in Korea they don't have those kinds of tropical fruits. But it seems for digestion it's okay. So cooking it seems to be okay. Yeah. Okay, any other questions? Let me just run through my slides real quick just to review, and then we'll take any questions. Okay, we've already defined tree fruits, so we've defined the vegetable fruits. We've talked about the in-between fruits, the fatty fruits, and the grapes. All right, combining tree fruits may be combined with cooked vegetables, and tree fruits may not be combined with raw vegetables and raw vegetable fruits. So we're not going to eat strawberries together with apples. We're not going to eat pineapple together with pears. Okay, combining vegetable fruits. Vegetable fruits may be combined with cooked vegetables and raw vegetables because it's a vegetable. And vegetable fruits may not be combined with tree fruits. We already talked about that. Okay, unripe jackfruit, bananas, plantains, papayas that are cooked seem to be okay for digestion. Okay, next portion, salads. Salad combinations and also salad dressings. Now these are just some salads that I've come up with, especially when I had that year cooking in Thailand. We just tried to be very creative with whatever we had, and I used Google a lot. When I had some ingredients, I would just punch it into Google and put recipe, and then voila, all sorts of recipes came up, and then I would make adjustments to make sure that they were healthy. Now again, I can send you all of this information, so you don't necessarily have to write them down, etc. I will give them to you. Yeah. So the very first salad combination is this: raw carrots and garlic. Very simple. Crushed, and then add a little lime or lemon juice and put some salt. If you've ever been to Thailand or enjoy eating Thai food, they have something called somtam, which is unripened papaya. And they'll grate that, and they'll put garlic and lime juice and peanuts and maybe some carrots. And it's very delicious, very simple. And so that's kind of the idea for this carrot salad. Okay, next, green cabbage salad. And we're going to be eating this one of these days. Take a little bit of green cabbage and a little smaller portion of purple cabbage. So shred that. And then we'll take the carrots, shred the carrots as well into small sticks. Cilantro, or coriander as you know, and roasted peanuts chopped up into little pieces. And I will typically put just lime juice or lemon juice with honey and a little bit of salt. But you can take this same salad mix and use different dressings. You can make a creamy dressing with cashews and lime juice, honey, and salt, or you can make a pineapple dressing. Just blend pineapples together with a little bit of honey, lemon juice, salt. Whiz that up, and you have a pineapple dressing, and it can go nicely with the salad as well. The third salad combination is a lettuce-based salad, just put together with tomato and onion that's previously soaked in the lime juice, lemon juice, or water to get rid of the spiciness, and avocado. When you add avocado, it makes it so good. I don't know about you if you're a fan of avocado, but I am a big fan. And of course, add some salt. So what I found in salads is that if you have one element in the salad that's delicious, it makes you want to eat it as if it's a whole meal. So for example, if I have this kind of salad and I've got the avocado, and if I have some kind of grain, maybe some bread, I could just eat that as a meal easily. The green cabbage one, I love it. With the roasted peanuts in there, it just makes you want to eat it. It's just delicious. So you can use that as a main portion of your meal. In fact, raw vegetables are even healthier for you. You don't lose any nutrients from cooking. So actually, if we can go raw, that would probably be the best. Okay, next, a cucumber-based salad. Just slice the cucumber very thin and just have some toasted almond slices and use your lime, lemon juice, honey, and salt, and you can have a cucumber salad. Just like today's salad, we did the cucumber plus the rock melon. and with the same dressing. Okay, the next salad combination is a tomato base. So mostly tomatoes and a small portion of sliced onions. Now if you put a lot of onions, it makes it really spicy. So even if you soak it, it becomes very strong. So if I have, like, let's say the ratio is maybe like 6:1 or 7:1 or so. Okay, so slice your tomatoes in whatever shape that you like, that's easy to eat, and pre-cut the onions into the slices that you like and soak it in your lime juice or lemon juice. And I like to put cilantro or coriander, as you know it, or dill, and then with a little bit of salt. It's a very simple salad. To add just one element to that salad, just add some avocado, and now, voila, you have a new salad. And then the last one here on this list says cucumber, tomato, and onion, of course, soaked in lime juice, and then the salt. So I usually use equal proportions of cucumber and tomato, and use a small amount, maybe 1/6 the amount of onion. And then with that lemon and lime juice and salt, it makes a delicious fresh salad. And of course, you can put in some herbs there, fresh herbs, and so nice. You can cut in like green, like spring onions, the small spring onions. You can use the coriander, you can use mint, you can use basil, yes, fresh basil, any of those, whatever flavors you like. If you stick basil in, it becomes more like Italian. If you stick coriander in, it becomes a little like, I don't know, Mexican or yeah, so whatever you put in, it just becomes a little different. If you use a Thai basil, it becomes kind of like Thai flavored. So it's up to you. Okay, another combination, when you have sprouts. Put sprouts, some shredded carrots, tomatoes, together with the lemon, lime, honey, salt mixture, or a creamy one with cashew, lemon, lime, honey, and salt. Okay, next is a beetroot salad. So raw beetroot. So we shred the beetroot, and then we shred the carrot, and we mix that together. Because both beetroot and carrots seem to be very dense in their nutrients, when we eat this kind of salad, we don't eat as much of a portion as we would eat a leafy green salad. Okay? So when I look at the salads, I consider what the base is. When it's like the beetroot carrot salad, I do less. And when it's like a leafy green, I do more. When it's tomato, cucumber, I kind of do in the middle. So with the shredded beetroot and carrot, again, you can use the simple lemon honey dressing or the pineapple dressing. You can also do the shredded beetroot carrot and then add radish if it's not spicy. And then same kind of dressing. Do you guys have jicama here? Jicama, they might call it another name, but it's a root. And the outside is a light brown color, and the inside is white. But it's sweet. It's not spicy at all. It's sweet, it's crunchy, it's watery. What do they call it here? Do you have that?
I know the Chinese name.
Okay, what is the Chinese name? Digua, yeah, some kind of gua. So anyway, if we can find this in any of the Asian stores sometimes, wow, I love it. And because it's not spicy, but it's watery, it's crunchy, it's sweet, it goes so well together with pineapple. If you can get sweet pineapple, some of the pineapple I find down here is not so sweet, so it's not quite nice. But if it's ripe and sweet, wow. I slice it up into small, thin sticks and have that combination, and with roasted peanuts, woo, it's so good. I love it. And so with honey, some lime juice, and some salt, it becomes a really nice salad. So you may have gotten the ideas for the salad dressings, the most simple being just lime juice or lemon juice and salt. Then if you add a little bit of honey to that, you get a little bit of the sweet and sour contrast. You can have just pineapple together with salt, blend it up, and you can have a simple pineapple dressing. If you add roasted sesame seeds to the pineapple, the tiny bit of salt, it gives it another new flavor, a little bit of creaminess. And then if you, instead of the roasted sesame seeds, add the roasted peanuts, again, you get another nice flavor. So this all has come by trial and error. I decided, okay, well, I get the basic principle. When I use lemon or lime with a little salt and some honey, that seems to be the basic dressing. And sometimes you can add a little bit of olive oil to it, make another kind of dressing. And you can use roasted nuts or seeds, blend it up, and it becomes creamy. And then to all those bases, you can add various herbs, and you get a different flavor. Okay, so if you want an Asian style, unfermented soy sauce like the Bragg's that I've been telling you about, and I might put a little bit of the olive oil, like I taught you in the Asian salad, together with a little bit of honey and lime juice. You can also have a creamy peanut-based dressing. Take the roasted peanuts, water, add a little bit of the Bragg's, and use a little bit of lime or lemon juice. And since the soy sauce is there, it's probably salty enough. You probably don't need to add more salt. Okay, and the very most basic creamy dressing is using the raw cashews. And Francois tells me that if you put the raw cashews and soak it in hot water for some time, how many minutes?
20 minutes.
About 20 minutes to half an hour. You soak it and you take that out and then you blend it, it becomes even creamier. So just taking the cashews, water, and a little bit of salt, it makes it a creamy dressing. Now, people call this cashew cream, and you can use this in a variety of different ways. If you add more water, it becomes cashew milk. If you put less water, cashew cream. And you can also not only use it for salads, you could also use it for the cooking. So this morning that we had the carrot sauté together with the carrots, onions, and the cashew cream. Yeah. Another thing that you can use is soy milk or another kind of nut milk, salt, and steamed garlic, and you can have a creamy dressing. If you need to thicken it up, you can put a little bit of corn flour and cook it a little bit and make it a little bit thicker if you'd like. So again, you can use that same base with nut milk and then add a fresh herb, dill, cilantro, or basil, and it gives it a nice flavor. So we made the dill, creamy dill, didn't we already? But I think I have a little bit of dill left, so for those of you who are on your fruit fast, I'll make it one day so you can at least taste it. Now we've heard of all different kind of salad dressings. In Korea, they have a tomato-based dressing. At the Bethel Sanitarium, that's one of the dressings that they use. So they whiz up the tomatoes together with, I don't know, probably a little bit of honey, lime, lemon juice, salt, and maybe some kind of roasted seed or nut. Some people have told me that they've had pumpkin-based salad dressing. They'll cook the pumpkin, and then they'll whiz it up with various ingredients. Someone told me they use sweet potato. Again, cook the sweet potato, and then mix it together with some kind of water or soy milk or nut milk, etc., and add some of those other things. And of course, avocado-based dressings is creamy and delicious. And here's my recipe for an easy pesto. Just basil, olive oil, steamed garlic, walnuts. Walnuts are cheaper than pine nuts, and pine nuts makes it nice, but walnuts also is tasty. Roasted sesame seeds and salt. Whiz that up, and you get a very simple pesto. Okay, so these are my salad dressings and my salad combinations, and I think that's it. And so I have time for, I finished really fast today. If you have